Yo, what up, my beautiful dowdies? How's everyone doing today? I'm your host, Fao, and let's talk about relic sets. Dill is one of those DPSs, like many other, that is struggling in Honkai Star Rail more than they should be. And there's a very big reason for that. Of course, Dill is live right now to grab. 9 days and 2 hours left from this recording, but a lot of people are probably going to skip Dale, and there's a good amount of reasons on why that would be. But one of the bigger reasons, this character takes a lot of investment, but also when you actually reach that point of good investment to get the right characters, he's still going to get outperformed like a Rappa would, right? Also an imaginary character. Or, let's say, a Firefly, or an Acheron, or a Fei Xiao. So Dale is in a very awkward position. But what do all of the other characters have that Dale doesn't have, or other characters in the game that have the same type of clunky or awkwardness to them? That is, of course, relics. Relics are the thing that you should have. Relics make or break specific characters, specific team compositions. Without good relics and good relic stats, your characters, your DPSs, your supports will have no impact at all. Relics really bring a character alive. Now we got the two new ones, increases crit rate, skill, and ultimate. And we also got the new speed set. Every few patches, we're probably going to get a few new relics. And with these new relics, other characters might come back to life. And I think Dill is one of these few characters that we have in the mix right now that is suffering from not having a good relic set. If Dill would get a good relic set, I think Dill could be one of the top DPSs again in Honkai Star Rail. This is the same thing that, for instance, Jing Liu is having in a way. I think Argenti also follows this path of not really having a relic set. I even think Jing Yuan, although Jing Yuan has a few options to him, but I don't really think that Jing Yuan has that like, yes, this set is made for him, right? He has a bunch of sets that he could use, but it's not really made for him. And the list can go on and on of these specific characters if you really go dig deep. However, Dill is in a very specific position, right? Because Dill, always a difficult story of like, where is his position, right? What is this DPS going to bring for your account? He has some Eidolons, he has some teammates that can already bring him up. E2 Dill was a very, very strong thing in the game that makes him a very strong DPS all of a sudden, right? He can go skyrocket in value. And of course, he has Sparkle. Sparkle is a support that is literally made for him. Now, more supportive units are also an important factor for these characters. The moment our DPSs are gonna get two signature supports, the whole ball game changes as well. Reason why Fei Xiao, we also talked about that, right? Why Fei Xiao is at the top is because she has multiple supportive units that bring her playstyle up. Acheron, same boat, only has one. Firefly, in my opinion, also only has one. Now, the difference between Dill and the other characters is that they are outperforming Dill with that one support, but they, of course, have that relic set going. If you look at the break set, right, this set is very good. This set can go on Boot Hill, this set can go on Rappa, this set can go on Firefly. Now, Firefly even has a edge over everyone else, of course. Still to this day, I find it super annoying that they made this set only fire. Increase the wearer's speed by 6%. When the wearer hits an enemy target that has fire weakness, the wearer's break effect is increased by 40%. This is, again, why relic sets really make or break something. This is one of the many reasons why Firefly is above Boot Hill. Imagine if this was a universal set. Imagine if it was speed increase, and then when the wearer hits an enemy weakness period, right, not only fire, then you still get the buff, and then every break character could use this. Boot Hill, all of those characters would all of a sudden were being put back on the table for discussion because Firefly actually has an edge over everyone else. This is also a very big reason why Himiko is so strong, right? Because Himiko can also utilize this set. Linksha can use this set. Gallagher can use this set. All the fire break oriented characters are just a little bit like have an edge because of this set. And relics change a lot. The stats, the little descriptions that they have can do a lot for a specific character. Now, substats, of course, are a very big thing as well. If you don't have any good substats, then all the characters are going to be irrelevant. But let's imagine that Dill is going to get a relic set with skill point consumption, because Dill is not the only character in the game that uses this playstyle, right? There's other characters in the game that can utilize taking skill points. And not only DPSs, right? It can be a universal thing. Of course, if we talk about DPSs, what about QQ, our 4-star quantum character that is gambling all the time, right? And Matt, she can use this set as well. Any character that just uses a lot of skill points, period, or wants to keep using a lot of skill points, like Zayla. Supportive unit, like Japard. You know, imagine, because Japard wants to get his ult uptime. Japard has a very good skill because he has a chance to freeze the enemy. Imagine if Japard just has a build with a relic set that he could just permanently use his skill and he would not run out, or he could permanently use his skill and gets a benefit from using his skill, you know? All these little details matter. Now, you could make skill point efficient compositions, you know, with Jing Liu, but you could also have very skill point hungry, or when you invest in those skill point heavy compositions, you actually get a reward because you have a good relic set backing it up. Argenti, same thing here. Imagine if you have an energy set. How insane would that be? Not only Argenti would benefit from it, but Yunli would benefit from it. Robin would benefit from this, you know? There's a lot of characters out there that still would really like a specific set that really utilizes their existence. Ron May against Robin. This is a perfect example as well. I don't think that Robin has a set that really makes specific characters shine. Ron May does. Ron May has this set, right? Watchmaker. Increases break effect. Good, she wants that. When the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally, all allies' break effect increases by 30% for 2 turns. Does Robin has anything like this? No, she does not. There's a lot of good supportive sets out there. You can like do now 2-piece speed. You can go 4-piece something with a little bonus, but Robin does not have something that really helps her out. This is another reason why Ron May would be considered top dog, or why Ron May is universal better than Robin, is because Robin is left behind with the relic set. There's a lot of characters in this game that are forgotten and don't really have something that sticks with them, which is a very funny thing, right? Because if we look at the relic sets again and we scroll down and we take a good look, this set is made for DOT. Somehow DOT is not really at the top, but they do have a relic set. So this comes back with, yeah, you also need the characters to pair up with these sets, right? Kafka and Black Swan are not popping off and going to great heights because they have a relic set made for them. It is the kind of the combination of the two. So can you imagine compositions that already are very strong get relic sets made for them? Yet again, like that Dill. Right now, if you have Dill, Tingyun, Sparkle, Ho-Ho, or you can even swap Tingyun for Robin maybe, or you could just put in a Ron May, because why not, right? Imagine if Dill had some sort of relic set that was made for him. Dill could actually become one of the better DPSs in the game. Imagine if you now also put in those Eidolons and Light Cones and whatever, he's going to be an insane DPS, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with again. Now, let's talk a little bit about this new one, right? Increases the crit rate by 8%, increases damage dealt by skill and ultimate by 20%. After using your ultimate, additionally increases the damage dealt by the next skill. This is also a very interesting set, but yet again, it's one of those universal sets that is not necessarily made for specific characters, in my opinion. This helps a lot of characters, right? Zayla could use this. Jing Liu could use this. But why would you really go for this if Zayla already has this set, the quantum set? Increases quantum damage, and then when the wearer deals damage to the target enemy, ignores 10% defense. If the target enemy has quantum weakness, the wearer additionally ignores 10% defense. This is so much better on Zayla than the other set, in my opinion. Yes, the other set maybe helps with more, or getting a more easy crit rate. That could help. But let's say you have perfect sets on the quantum set. I'm already convinced that this one is better. And people, let's say all our Zayla mains out there, you guys are probably not even considering the other set because you probably already have a very good quantum set. Speaking of Jing Liu, I still think that Jing Liu with the ice is also pretty good, right? Increases the wearer's ice damage. She needs that. After the wearer uses their ultimate, their crit damage increased by 25 for 2 turns. This is also very good because you're going to use that enhanced form. Now, the other set could be better. I'll be honest with you. The other set does sound a little bit better for Jing Liu and might be a little bit better to just get those thresholds, but yet again, same story. It's not that intensely, like, it's not that worth it to discard all your other relics that you already had, right? Unless you really want to min-max specific characters, or if you're a newer player and you picked up on a character. But if you already invested so much in the other set, why would you even try to min-max another one, right? Why would you go out of your way to do it again. Because it is not worth it. Because the sets are not catered towards a specific character. Now, this set could probably be very good for a specific character that I'm forgetting right now. Cool, that character got a upgrade. But we need to have upgrades for the characters that really need it or that are forgotten still. The reason why Acheron is probably where she is, I made a video yesterday about Acheron, is probably because of the relic set. The relic set does help her a lot with, you know, playing the game. Let's say Acheron did not have this relic set. Over 80% of you guys are not subscribed watching my videos. How about we change that? Subscribe. Thank you. Acheron would be significantly weaker and probably more clunky to use because, you know, she doesn't have that same spike of damage. Yes, she has JQ now, but let's also think about that. Let's say Acheron got released, you know, all the way back in 2.1. JQ wasn't there, and then all the other characters that also got added to the mix weren't there. That brought her up a little bit. Mostly JQ, of course. And then this relic set wasn't there. Acheron probably would have been way different and way weaker. Can you guys imagine a set that has energy regen in it? Not just the orb and rope. Characters like Argenti, Yunli, and Robin, what we talked about, would go up the list all of a sudden, right? Hey, even Dill, what we talked about, or Jing Liu, they also really like energy. All these hyper carry style characters or DPSs really like energy. Ting Yun, Sparkle, Robin, these characters that already like really want those big ultimates or want the flow going with their ults so they can continue the smoothness of the game, they would also really like this. Of course, we can go over ham. We can go very crazy that you do a 2-piece speed set and then a 4-piece energy set. It's probably something you want to do because it would make it very worth it. And then however, DPSs might be a little bit more awkward then, you know, because DPS like Dill would probably want more something like 2-piece attack percentage, would probably help him to do more damage. Very like difficult to balance this out for all the characters, you know. That's why you want to go for specific ones. You want a energy set for DPSs. Hey, you probably want to do something like attack percentage and then 4-piece energy something. If you want to do it support, then you probably do 2-piece speed and then also energy something and then more supportive style. So characters like Robin can use this. The moment Robin would actually get a set catered around energy or whatever it might be, she might actually outshine Ron May. I'm not even joking. Her position right now, the way the game is going, Robin is starting to be a very, very big competitor of actually being the #1 Harmony character in the game. Right now, I still think that is Ron May, just about the universal strength that she has. Of course, her niche follow-up attack for Robin, Ron May is not gonna outperform that, but that goes both ways. Ron May's break, you know, super break compositions with Firefly and whatever, Robin is also not going to outperform that. But if we put them head-to-head right now with Universal, Robin is a bit in an awkward position because, yeah, she doesn't have a relic set to really back up her playstyle. I really hope that Hoyoverse does help older characters or just helps a bunch of characters because Robin is not that old yet. Let's be real. Robin is also in a very good position. Still, I think all characters in the game should have something that really helps them out. And some characters really, really suffer from this because they don't really have anything that really makes them shine. And that is a problem. If you would have a universal relic set that this character could also use and it's just 10 times better than the rest, still not perfect, but it helps way more, that is also better already on a bigger page, you know? But it's a lot of characters that just have such bad relic sets, and they even have to do 2-piece because it doesn't matter anyway. I also with Dale, right? I just care about those good subsets, so I just have 2-piece because the good 4 pieces are not gonna make that much of a difference anyway. It is what it is. Same thing with Robin, right? Just do 2-piece attack percentage, and it works right now, so it is what it is. I think Argenti is also such a cool character in the game. I think he's a very funny character, you know, with all his glamour and beauty and whatever. But if you actually take a look, what does this character want? This increases physical damage 10% after where attacks or is hit, their attack is increased. Yeah, cool and all, but yeah, he could use this, but it's not like, oh yes, this is like insane for Argenti, right? It is probably better for you to use 2-piece physical damage and then some sort of 2-piece attack percentage, and you have like a lot of option, right? Here, another 2-piece attack percentage, another 2-piece attack percentage. So what you probably would do for Argenti, because if you're an Argenti man, you're already in a very awkward position, right? You probably go 2-piece for the most strong subsets ever, so he does try to keep up with the rest. because if you go for 4-piece, you're going to have a very hard time, and the 4-piece is not that worth it anyway. Now, this is a position that a lot of characters are in, and what they should really stop doing as well is making doubles. We have this, right? Increase the damage by follow-up attack by 20%. When the wearer uses a follow-up attack, increases the wearer's attack by 6%. For every time the follow-up attack deals damage, this effect can stack up to 8 times, lasting for 3 turns. This effect is removed from the next time the wearer uses a follow-up attack. Follow-up attack set. Then we have another one here. Increase the wearer's crit rate. After the wearer uses a follow-up attack, increases damage dealt by ultimate. Like, I like the diversity, but you can clearly see here a pattern where Hoyoverse really likes follow-up attack lately, right? I don't know what it is. Follow-up attack is getting a lot of love. It's good, actually, but spread it out, right? We already had a follow-up attack set. Now they got another one. And what about the rest of the characters, right? That's what I'm talking about. We need to show the other characters love so they can keep up with the game, and we're not letting them forget their existence completely. There's a lot of little things here that are like, okay, we already kind of had something for that. This specific character could already use that. How about we first tackle the other problem that's in the game? But they discard that, you know? Fei Xiao right now, they want so much sales on Fei Xiao. They give her that little boost of like, okay, let's make actually a little bit more catered set for her. ARP and rope, 4-piece set, and then she's going to be even better. Hey, throw in those amazing supports and she's going to be the top dog. Yeah, duh, right? It's inevitable then. Same thing with this speed set with Fire, what we talked about before. It's obvious that Firefly is going to be the best. She literally has something that is made for her. I think there could be a lot of fixes in this game if we would stop making characters that already have it good, giving them more upgrades when they're not needed, and we start to give the upgrades to the characters that actually need it. And relic sets are a very, very big problem in this game that needs to be more catered towards specific characters. Now, talk back to Dill, right? We go back to Dill and we make a 4-piece set that has around skill points. You could even go, the more skill points you use, the more attack percentage you get, or the more skill points you use, at a specific amount of you get like permanent defense, shred, whatever it might be, right? There's a bunch of characters that could utilize that. That is also the problem. There's a bunch of characters in the game, there's a group of, or subcategory, whatever it is, that could utilize this. So why just not make it? You have a new character, cool, make a new set for that character, and then make a new set that can be catered towards the older roster. Because one domain or one relic farm spot has 2 sets. There's plenty of ways to sneak that in. I think we really need to start to see this, and I do think that Dill is always in that position like, okay, do they love Dill now or do they hate Dill? Because Dill is the 3rd rerun he got, or the 2nd rerun, the 3rd appearance that he has, and then with like supportive units are like, are they trying to make him better again or not? What about Jing Liu? What about the other forgotten characters? Follow-up attack, not a top dog, or like what are they trying to make break the best one? It's very hard to tell what their structure is or what they want to do sometimes with the meta. And I think it is a gacha game, right? So a gacha game is always going to have a meta. A gacha game is always probably going to have some sort of power creep in it. That it is what it is inevitable. It's okay that newer characters are probably going to have a better time in the new MOC, for instance, right? It is what it is. However, I do think that gacha games should take in consideration the older characters still being usable, and they can really easily do that with relic sets, new supportive units, because they want to do that. It's a team building game. I know that Honkai Star Rail really cares about this. Without newer supportive units that brings other characters up, you do not have a structure. The moment Sparkle came out, a lot of older characters all of a sudden really wanted this unit. If you want to play Firefly, you probably really want to pick up that Ron May. If you want to play Fei Xiao, you better have that Robin, right? It's just a combination, and at some point we're going to have so much characters to choose from, you probably have certain playstyles. So they know it's inevitable for them as well to not just bring new things in the game that is going to make other characters or older characters better. That is what you have with these team building games. So why not just add the relic sets in there, right? Why just not make everything viable? You can of course make the newer thing better, faster, stronger, whatever. Just let the older stuff also shine and give them love. I am very happy to see characters like Jing Yuan also that suffers a little bit from this relic thing, right? That he is getting actually like newer units that help him out. He did get some relic sets that helped him out. They were not necessarily made for him, but they did help him out. Maybe new types of light cones or whatever. It is nice to see that there is some sort of flow in the game that does seem to care about it. I just want to see more. We can have more her restore light cones that could like bring certain playstyles back up. There's a lot of room and a lot of place in the game where we could have these little things. I really hope that Honkai Star Rail is going to do this. Of course, the game is relatively young. It's not that big yet, so there's a lot of room for improvement. Let's say we're 4 years in the game. You know, the game is going to look completely different, and there's way more option and whatever. You know, there's going to be way more things in 4 years than almost 2. So hopefully that's going to be a thing. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about how the relics are in the game, if some characters do need new relic sets, and let me know what you think about the whole state of Honkai Star Rail as a whole right now. What do you think about the meta? What do you think about the strength of certain characters? If you think power creep is a problem, all of these things come in consideration, you know, talking about relics and subsets and team building. I would love to hear you guys' takes and stories on this. Let me know how you feel about your specific characters in the game with their relic sets, you know, if you feel like you actually have a relic set that's made for your character, or if your character is completely forgotten. Tell me everything, and I would love to hear your takes and stories on this. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Means the world to me if you could do that. Make sure to join the Discord. We're trying to grow the community even further. And if you want to support the channel even further, then become a member. I love you all, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care. Peace.